Welcome everybody to episode number 69 of Gaming Culture Radio. I'm your host Tyler, joined as always by our three co-hosts. Let's start with Mike. How you doing today?
There is no Mike, only Zool.
Okay. Moving on, we have Graham joining us. How are you?
Well, I'm sure it's been a couple weeks, right? And I was doing amazing when the last one was recorded because I said I solidified a pre-order of the SNES Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since then, my dreams have been crushed and grounded into the dirt, and my order got canceled. So other than that, life is good, but that is pretty crappy.
It is, and that sucks. But,
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
So,
because living in Canada, I guess it's the States doesn't recognize this as a good
Normal
country
people.
or something. As normal people.
It's a customs issue with it going to Canada. So unfortunately,
So
that
if
sucks.
this happened to anybody else, I'm really sorry, and I feel your pain, and maybe a little.
I have two SNES Classics still pre-ordered, so crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
Plus, I will be in line
Did
at
you
midnight.
just say that just to rub it in my face there, Eugene?
Well, I mean, one's for me, one's for my sister, and then I told you, Graham, if I get an extra one, that it will be shipped to Canada for a price.
And I appreciate that.
There you go. And
But yeah,
Eugene joining us. How you doing?
I don't have any Ghostbusters references today.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Mhm.
Well, for all, or actually join our Facebook group. Head on over there, join the conversation. Head on over to Facebook and join the Gaming Culture Radio forums. When you're there, submit questions to be read on the show. If yours is read on the show, you'll be entered to win one of our monthly giveaways, which we do on the last episode of every single month. And for all the latest in gaming news, you can head over to cultureofgaming.com. There you can find all the latest on Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. So with that, let's jump into news, everybody.
Wait.
What?
Before you jump in news, how are you doing, Tyler?
I'm
you
doing
keep
all right.
asking us, but we want to know how you're doing.
I'm good. I want to play some Destiny tonight.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to
We will
Trying to
allow
wrap
that.
this up and get on some Destiny 2.
We just
So-
started. You can't tell we're wrapping it up already.
Yeah,
So that's it, guys.
That's it, everybody. Thanks.
Short
no,
and sweet.
let's jump into news. First off, Rockstar has announced that LA Noire will be coming out on Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and HTC Vive on November 14th. So the HTC version is like a special thing for the game, but it is the standard original game on Xbox One, PS4, and Switch, and you'll get all the DLC and everything from the game as well, and 4K remaster of the game. So that's pretty cool.
I loved LA Noire. It was
No,
such a
you
good
liked
game.
it, eh? You were one of the ones that liked it. I had it on the PS3, and I really enjoyed it. And at one point, something must have came along, and I stopped playing it. And I lent it to somebody, and I never ever got it back. But the thing about this game was, the thing that set it apart was the big propaganda thing, was the expressions on people's face. So you had to actually like look at it and see if think they're lying, or if they like did something like repeatedly, so make you think they're lying. So I think this game is going to be amazing for VR, because you're actually going to like see their face right in front, and like you can like, I guess, see the little fine details and see if they're lying. So I think this game will work great for VR. And if I do get the HTC Vive, which I am planning, I don't know when I'm going to get it, I think this would be a great game to have along with it.
Yeah, like you said, the facial animations were perfect in this game. It is kind of revolutionary at its time. And then the responses, I love the responses. You could either be a sympathetic cop or bad cop. In the story kind of played around that, but I loved all the detective work you could do in the game. The only thing I didn't like about it was driving around in the cars. That wasn't that
clunky.
great. But yeah, it was clunky, but I hope this means that maybe they're getting prepped for LA Noire 2. After Red Dead comes out, we might get a LA Noire 2. I'll be excited for that.
Yeah, no, it kind of makes sense though with this release, right? Kind of foreshadows, because everyone forgot about this game and they just brought it out of the ashes, and they're like, okay, let's just release on everything.
Yeah.
Still waiting for Rockstar Table Tennis.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure we're going to see a remaster of that. So,
we need a remaster of that.
Yeah. All right. Up next, Skyrim Special Edition is free to play on Xbox One and Steam all weekend. So if you have one of those two platforms, go ahead and download it. If you haven't tried Skyrim yet, or you're just looking to play it again, you can play it for free all weekend.
Put a little dent in that massive game.
Yeah. No way you'll finish
Basically,
it.
if you were born yesterday.
Yeah, it's
You
too bad
can
they
play
didn't do it
this-
last weekend, where someone would have an extra day for the long weekend for most people, anyways.
Mhm.
I think the only
So,
people
how old is this game now? How old is
who played
Skyrim?
Skyrim in a people's apartment complex.
Skyrim. What
Old.
it's like?
It's like
It's the second
5 years
last year
old.
to 360. Is that when it came out?
Yeah, I want to say it was like 2012 or 2011.
2012. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's getting up there. I mean, I've bought it like 4 times. I'm not. I don't want to jump into it again. So.
I know, and the fact that it's being released on the Switch, like, I'm probably going to get it for the Switch. Just
Might make
because-
7 times.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I've watched some video, like gameplay of it on the Switch, and it seems to play really well. So
And then it's going to be the full. It's going to be the full-fledged version. I think we are questioning before whether all the DLC was included, but all the DLC is included.
it's gonna be the
Yep.
collector's edition, right? Or special
Mhm.
edition, whatever it's
Well,
called.
the special edition had all the HD packs, so it's not all the special HD effects. But I mean, all the DLC. I mean, that's like what 150 hours minimum gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's really hard for me to go back and play the thing again because while I was doing the full story, the main quest line or whatever, I was just sitting there walking around and running into places to go and things to do. And so by the time I had the main quest done, I had done all the side stuff too. So I really didn't miss anything, and I did all the DLC. So I find myself buying it again.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, up next, clan features in Destiny 2 won't be available for, quote, several days, according to Bungie.
Boo.
Yeah. Like they changed them all right before launch. So they need a few days to get it ironed out. And just a reminder to everybody, if you have Destiny 2, great game, by the way, so far. And the raid goes live on September 13th. So next Tuesday, the raid will go live for everyone who has the game.
So just to speak towards the
Mhm.
clans, we do have our official Destiny 2 clan. So
Yes.
please join it when it does go live. Just search for Culture of Gaming on the Bungie site or go on our Facebook page, and you'll see several links I posted for it. But join our clan, and whenever it does become active, you can help boost the
And
XP of our
is-
clan, and then also we gain rewards from it. Was that, Mike?
Is it Culture Gaming or Gaming Culture Radio?
Culture of Gaming.
Okay.
Yeah, Culture of Gaming for the site.
Okay. So, yeah, the raid comes out September 13th, so look for that next week. Up next, the head of the Pokemon Company said that he told Nintendo that the Switch would fail prior to its launch. Obviously, he was incorrect.
Yes.
But kudos for saying what he thought, I guess. But he also said in the article that he attributes the success of the system not so much to the system itself, but to the games that it has. And I guess I can agree with that.
I don't
It's-
know.
Well, it's got a big part of it. If you have one of the top selling games or of all time or top rated games of all time, it definitely doesn't hurt.
No.
But it's a great idea. But as far as me, the portability, I have not taken much advantage of it. It's pretty much have stayed docked for a long time now.
Mhm.
Like I recently got Mario and Rabbids, and I think that was a good game where it become more portable.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I will say for the first time I'm going on a trip this Sunday, and then I'm going on a trip in another couple of weeks. I don't want to bring my Xbox with me. I wish I could, but I don't think I'll be able to. So I'm going to take my Switch for the first time on a plane. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to try to start a Mario Kart party on the plane, see if I
nice.
get kicked off by TSA. But
Nice. Yeah, I'll be taking mine as well. I'm traveling for work first part of next week, so I'll be able to talk about kind of how it is in its portable state. So
Mhm.
looking forward to that actually. So again, he attributes success to the games and not so much the system.
I don't know about that. First off, as the head of the Pokemon Company, I don't remember him saying this, but I mean, I'm sure it's big news. But why would you say that about your own company? I mean, the Pokemon Company is owned by Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to
Well,
think
it
a
was all
figurehead.
it was all over this week in multiple
Yeah.
articles on pretty much every site. But
Yeah, I
You
mean,
you
why
want
would
positive energy though, right? It'd be like,
yeah.
yeah,
say
but
it's
you
fun to
can't
fail,
have,
but-
you can't have a bunch of people that just nod and say yes, it's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
So kudos to him for saying what he thought. Now he wasn't right, but we were a little cautious about the Switch before it came out. Probably Graham is the exception to that because you're a huge Nintendo fan.
But was
Um,
I right or was I right?
yeah, but you would have said that no matter what, no
Well,
matter what the system they were putting out was. So I'm sure you were just as excited for the Wii U when it came out.
yeah,
And
yes, I actually paid extra money
yeah,
to buy that thing, which was definitely a bad decision at the time, but no regrets.
yeah, and that's all right. I mean, if you're a fan of the system, you're a fan of it. But it's the first time that something that's designed to be pretty portable as a main console has been released here. It's always been secondaries that have been portables,
Hmm.
So it was a huge risk, and we had no idea. And now Japan, we knew would adopt it because Japan gamers play a lot more in the mobile realm than they do on consoles in the living room. But the United States is not like that, and
Yeah.
North America in general is not like that. So to see, nobody really knew. Plus, the specs on it were not on par with the PS4 or the Xbox One, so we didn't know.
Yep.
But I'm glad it's hugely successful, and I do think a lot of it has to do with the games, though, because there's games that you can only get on that system.
Yeah.
And you're
And
There
right,
are
last
some great games,
last
and
I
we
Yeah.
heard
still have.
too, they were planning on stepping up production and making another 6 million available.
Well,
So
they need to.
that is a huge number. Yeah.
It's going to be a huge item this holiday season, so they need
Mhm.
production on it. But Graham, I agree with you. Like when you have one of the games that's one of the highest rated games ever, it's hard to argue against that. And on top of it's the only place they can play it. So
Yes. Well,
so
except
no.
for the Wii U, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, but but you got Mario coming out this fall. That again, only place they can play it.
Yep.
So I think that the games are on their side for sure. All right. If you're interested in the Xbox One S, special edition console prices have dropped significantly in anticipation of the One X coming out in November. That includes everybody the 1 TB Battlefield bundle, the green one, for $249.99, and that's a pretty good deal. So if you're looking for a 1S and you're not interested in the 1X yet, don't have a 4K TV or whatever, yeah, that's a really good deal. $249 for the 1 TB with Battlefield. So, all right. And wrapping up news, Sony has teased a potential return of NCAA football. And this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there's a new ad featuring Jim Harbaugh, Urban Meyer, and a bunch of young NFL players who were recent college football standouts. And they played the ad last week during the college football opener. I'm pretty excited. They're known to tease things like this. And if a developer like Sony San Diego got their hands on this, the same one that makes MLB, man, I'd be pretty fired up to give it a go. I don't know.
Man,
what do you
I
think?
mean, I was excited for this, and it was such a, I don't know. I hope people don't get their hopes up and get their hearts broken by this, because they didn't say anything. It just shows these players, and they're like, greatness means they're defining greatness and what it means to them, and then it shows the Sony PlayStation logo. So,
Yep.
Who knows what it means? I hope it's not just some, kind of Madden spin-off trailer, or who knows, or kind of like that. We had that ad or that whatever they put on their Twitter for the PlayStation Gran Turismo version. You remember that at Gamescom?
Yep.
And everyone was so excited that, oh, this might be a PS5 reveal. Nope, it was just a special edition PS4 for Gran Turismo.
Yep.
So I hope we don't get something out of this like that. But I loved NCAA. I liked it a lot better in Madden. It had just an excitement to it. The gameplay was fantastic, but the marching bands and seeing all the college fans in the stand. It had a college, you're playing at a college football game. So I liked it a lot better in Madden in the day. Of course, it got canceled due to EA and some legal issues not paying colleges, things like that, to utilize their names. And
it
so
wasn't the universities; it was the players. It was the players.
Yeah, they're using their likeness. Yeah, they're using their likeness. So I don't know how Sony will get around that, exactly.
Yeah.
But if anyone was to do it, the same people, like you said, that it handles MLB. I mean, they pay a lot to Major League Baseball for that franchise. So I'm sure that they'll do something with NCAA. But please don't break our hearts. Please do something with this.
So I'm just gonna say this to kind of crush everybody's hopes, and I hope I don't. I hope it's real. But keep in mind, EA still has a deal with Xbox for Madden and all NFL stuff. Like everything about NFL has a deal with Xbox. So,
Really?
yep. So PlayStation might want to take advantage of start of football season and the excitement around that. So they get two prominent college football coaches on their commercial because that's not affected by the NFL deal.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So
Mhm.
I think that might be what it is.
I wonder why they didn't just put the advertising Madden. Of course, like you said, I'm sure they got some deal with Microsoft for the Xbox,
They
but
can't
they
advertise
can't.
Madden.
Then why even make it? Why even make that teaser? Spend the money on that, show it, and
Maybe they got something up their sleeve, guys. You
Maybe.
just have to
Yeah,
tune
but
in
at
and
this
wait.
point,
it's a conundrum.
at this point, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler, but the last version of NCAA was just probably a year first Madden, and at this point, you would just get Madden with some presentation issues, and I mean presentation changes and no MUT and no DraftKings, basically, correct?
No, it would be NCAA is Road to Glory, which is a really cool mode to play. They have excuse me, they have Online Dynasty, which is really fun, and that mode was really popular amongst people. So
Didn't they used to have that in Madden, or they killed it or something, or was that NHL
well,
that
there's
they took it
connected
out of?
franchise. There's connected franchise in Madden, but it's different. It's
Okay.
hugely different.
Wasn't momentum like a greater factor in
Yes,
the NCAA
it
games
really
too?
was.
Like the way that you could do things with the concession stands, and do things with the stadium, and do things with the band to up the momentum, and that really boosted your stats in the game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I kind of like that aspect of it, the excitement in the
Well,
crowd.
plus
and
home
in
field
the
advantage
game.
was a big deal. Like you go to the Horseshoe at Ohio State, or you go to the Big House in Michigan, and like the crowd gets going, and all your pass patterns start shaking, and you can't even see where your guys are supposed to go, really. So that
Oh, I
mode-
remember that.
yeah.
I remember that.
So there are a lot of little things, and then Online Dynasty was a really cool mode that you could get together with friends and pick one conference if you wanted to, and just have everybody take a team in there, and you still have to recruit guys and do all that stuff, and it was just really fun. It was a whole different dynamic than what Madden on our Connected Franchise brought. So I thought it was much more fun in those modes, and the Road to Glory was really fun too. Much more fun than whatever they call it in Madden, where you just control like one guy throughout his career.
So I want to ask a question, Tyler, because I know you're.
I don't remember looking.
I know you're a huge MLB fan. I know you're a huge
Mhm.
Madden fan too.
Mhm.
So if you were to compare the gameplay value, and I think you're maybe partial a little bit to baseball. I know you love baseball, but if you're comparing the qualities of each game, who is better, Madden or MLB The Show?
I think Madden is better for online play just because football's more conducive to it. The games don't take as long. They're just faster.
More
And
accessible,
it's
quick.
more action oriented. But there's no doubt that, in my opinion anyway, there's no doubt
A lot of
that
people's opinion,
yeah,
actually.
that MLB is the best developed sports game there is.
Mhm.
Like it is
Well, I'm just thinking
so
about
well done.
if they take the talent and everything behind MLB The Show, and then they put it behind a football franchise, like
Mhm.
what would that mean, and like how great would that be? So
I
I
think
don't
you
know.
could see. I mean, I don't know. I think Madden this year is pretty spot on mechanics wise. I mean, there's little things.
It's
There's
fun.
always little
Yeah.
things in sports games, but I think it's pretty good. And the transition to Frostbite this year, I think has brought some noticeable changes. Not huge changes, but noticeable ones. And there's little tweaks they made from last year to this year that I think have helped the game, quite a bit. Like when you go to if you're playing on rookie, like you can have a 60 overall quarterback and ultimate team and be just fine. But if you're playing on All Pro, then his deficiencies are going to be revealed very quickly. It amplifies the attribute deficiencies pretty fast. So
Yeah.
little things like that matter, and it makes it more fun. And I think the introduction of MUT squads this year in Madden has made that much more fun. And it's a chance to play Ultimate Team with your friends, basically. and sort of join forces. And like when we play, I focus on defense because I bring my defense into MUT squads, and then somebody else bring their offense, somebody else brings their head coach. So that's that brings another dynamic to another aspect to it. I think Ultimate Team is much more made for sports like football than maybe baseball. But that said, Diamond Dynasty in MLB has done very well. So I don't know. I think if you got Sony San Diego playing a football game, it'd be fantastic. That's my opinion. But
fingers crossed, right, Tyler?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see it. So, all right. That's going to do it for news this week, everybody. Graham, what can we get in stores?
It might not seem like there was a lot of news, but there's certainly a lot of new releases. There is a ton of new releases coming at us next week. The majority of new releases are coming to the consoles, which is Xbox One and PS4. And we also have a few notable releases coming out on Nintendo systems. So let's start off with titles that will be released on multiple platforms, and then I'll go over the console-specific releases. Now, starting on the... Yes. So quiet and listen. So starting on September 12th, we have NASCAR Heat. Sorry, I'm a newfie. Heat 2. We have a great double pack coming at you. It's Inside and Limbo. Now, I'm not sure what price it is, but it's a great deal, so I would recommend picking that up. Also, we have Pro Evolution Soccer 2018, Injustice Fighter Pack 2, Planet of the Eyes, Maze, and one of my favorites and most anticipated games of the year. Well, not really most. Anyways, NHL 18. So definitely excited for that one. Now, all these will be released on Xbox One and PS4, with the exception of the following titles, which will also be released on the PC. And those two are NASCAR Heat 2 and Pro Evolution Soccer 2018. Now, on the 14th, we have Baja Edge of Control HD. Now, this title will release on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And on the 15th, we have Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. This will be released on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And I think this is the final DLC for Dishonored, if I'm correct. And then, if that's not enough sports, we have two basketball games that are both coming out on the same day. Now, I don't know if this is a good decision, but either way, we will be getting NBA 2K18 and NBA Live 18. Now, both titles will release on Xbox One and PS4, and NBA 2K18 will also see its release on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, you heard me right, the Nintendo Switch. So, everyone knew that was coming, though, because that was a big selling point when the Switch was there. Everyone was like hanging out on picnic tables and playing 4-on-4. So we'll see if it actually works out to be that convenient. So now, with that being said, let's move on to console specific releases, and we'll start with PS4. We have, I'm going to probably screw up some of these names, so get ready to laugh. We have Wise 8, Lacrimosa of Dana.
Ease.
Ease?
YS.
How does it look like Ease?
It's
How am I supposed to know that? All right, so Ease. Thank you,
Ease Saga, yeah.
Okay, so Eugene knows better.
Great RPG. Fantastic RPG.
Okay, fantastic RPG. You heard it here first. Next we have Senran Kagura.
Oh my god.
Kagura? Say it, Eugene.
Keep going, Gabby.
Senran Kagura.
Senran Kagura. Peach Beach Splash. Then we got Seum, whatever, SEUM. It's in capitals, so maybe it's an acronym. Speedrunners from Hell. I feel like I'm in hell right now. Then we got Ken Foley's The Pillars of the Earth, Appy Dungeons, Trulon, The Shadow Engine, Tooth and Tail, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Retribution.
What? You had all those obscure titles, and then it's Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah. I definitely had that one right. So all these titles will release on the 12th. Now, for the Xbox, we have Blackguards 2, which releases on the 12th. We have Transcripted, Don't Starve Together, Console Edition, both releases on the 13th. And then on the 15th, you'll be getting Time Recoil, Dream Break, and Jeto Miro, Hero of the Universe. So those are on the 15th. Now for Nintendo systems, you will be getting the following releases. Well, if you choose to buy them. On the Switch, we have Rayman Legends Definitive Edition coming at you on the 12th. And then on the 14th, we have Kingdom, New Lands, and Semi-Spheres. Now, and finally, to end off the week, on the 15th, we will be getting a new 3DS title. And this one is Metroid Samus Returns. So, like I said, we got a lot coming from all consoles. Big emphasis on sports games, which is no surprise because this is like where you get into the thick of the sports game. So let's see what time of the year it is with Mike with new deals of the week. Mike, take it away.
Women, boys, and girls of all ages. Let's start out with the games free with gold for September. We got Forza 5 out right now, and Hydro Thunder Hurricane. Yee! Actually, that game is not too bad. Not too bad. And then we got later on this month, we got Oxen Free and Battlefield 3. Moving over to PS4, we've got Hateful Boyfriend, Infamous Second Son, Riggs, Strike Back X. We Are Doomed, and on PS3 we got Handball 16. Woo! And Truck Racer. That's pretty to the point.
Truck Racer.
Yeah. Yep.
Gonna get that
So,
NASCAR heat.
Racer. Gotta make those left turns. Gotta get that Coors Light. All right. With that being said, there is actually a really good deal on. What the hell is this? Well, I'm sorry. I got an unsolicited video pop up on me. Anyways, so
Focus, Mike.
Great Xbox deals. Let's see here. There is an Xbox One S. Battlefield 1 bundle comes with Destiny 2 plus 3 months of Xbox Live Gold for $229.99 right now on Ant Online via eBay, which is a really, really, really good deal. So that would be one to jump on. There's also Xbox One S wireless controller in black, newest model, Destiny 2, plus Destiny 2 for $75.99. That basically makes the controller.
Wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah, that's on Newegg. Xbox One Game Pass. You can also get Xbox One Game Pass now with whatever money you have on your account. You do not have to enter a credit card. Plus, Microsoft is offering 1 month for 4,800 Microsoft Reward points. So get on Bing and do your thing if that's what you do. Mega Man Legacy Collection is $6 now via Amazon. So I mean, it's $6 whole. Might as well get it. Yeah. Prey is $17.99 used via GameFly for both Xbox One and PS4. Dark Souls 3 is $9.99 via Redbox as well. So I hate that. All right, PS4, Sony DualShock 4 wireless controller starter kit, $27.99 via Best Buy right now. So that comes with some other stuff. I think it comes with a headset, whatever, but that's a really good deal. Just a wireless controller, silver right now is $39.99 via Amazon. If you're collecting colors and stuff like that. Wolfenstein 2-pack is $25. Battlefield 1 Revolution is $39.99 at GameStop right now for the PS4. There are a lot of people that are highly upset, Destiny players, because right now you can get the season pass cheaper than you can get on the Xbox. On the Xbox is $25, and on the PS4 it is $24.99.
Whoa!
There's a lot of favoritism going on there.
That's a lot of savings. Deal breaker.
Anybody got a penny?
We don't believe in those in Canada.
There is a Bandai Namco sale going on right now on PS4. It means all the Dark Souls are dirt cheap. So, Farming Simulator sale as well. These both end on 9/12, so you guys still have plenty of time. So that pretty much does that. Oh well, just one more thing on for Nintendo. Right now, PC Game Supply, you you get a $10 Nintendo eShop card for $7. So, like jump on that. That's $3 of free money. I don't know what else anybody would want, but like I said, it's PC Game Supply, and it's only USA. So that's gonna do it for me. So guess whose turn it is, Mister?
I guess it's the end of the show. No.
It is.
Listen,
No,
Destiny 2, you're getting close, man. Come on.
We do
Focus.
have
Get
some
this.
questions this week.
All right.
So you can join in on the conversation on Facebook, or we also still have our Discord channel, which we had a question from old Raz this week.
Hey, Raz.
You guys remember old Raz?
We do.
He wants
we
to
go
bring
way
up-
back.
Yeah, old Raz. Yeah, he's playing on Destiny as well, and he's also part of our clan, I believe. So,
Cool.
how do you guys feel about Sony once again not cross-playing? So I forgot what game it was earlier this week, but they announced once again that they would not be supporting cross-play with Xbox platform. Do you guys remember what game it was? They were in
I
news once
don't.
again. They disagreed. But
No.
how do we feel about this? How do you feel about maybe cross-platform with Destiny? I know it won't never happen with Destiny, but how do you feel
No.
about it?
I feel
Definitely
the
won't
same-
happen.
Yeah, I feel the same as I always have, that they should do it, but they won't. And I understand why they're not, but the reasoning they give is not acceptable to me, which is
Yeah.
that we
can't
want to make
control the
sure we can
content.
we want to be able to protect our players and all that good stuff.
Right.
It's funny they would say that though, and like Nintendo's doing cross-platform, and Nintendo is one of the most like wholesome, like family-rated like systems. So you're gonna use that excuse when like Nintendo is gonna do it? Like I don't buy that as an excuse.
Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen. Not anytime
Yeah.
soon, anyway.
Yeah,
Not
like
for
I
any major release.
yeah, I would say some titles warrant it. Like I'm drawing a blank right now. The soccer game. We
Rocket
drive around
League.
cars. Rocket League. Thank you. Rocket League is a
Yeah.
great example of a game that you could cross-platform. Like it's not that demanding of a game and stuff like that, so it's probably easier for it. So I think some titles they should, even like Minecraft too, like something where like kids are playing it and it's more of a community thing and you want to increase the community. But as far as like Tyler's saying, I don't think we'll see it anytime soon. Like maybe their hand will get forced in the future where they will have to do it, and they'll make it look like that was their idea and like we're gonna give more options to the fans or something like we're dedicated to. So I think if people keep giving them enough flack like that, they might have to do it, because I've been hearing jabs left, right, all over the internet now. Even like Major Nelson, I read something where he kind of made a jab towards Sony as well. So maybe they'll have enough and they're like, okay, we're going to do it, but on our terms.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it comes down to money. That's what it comes down to. Whenever they can still
pretty
get
much.
console exclusives for Destiny, for Call of Duty, get exclusives for that, it's not going to happen because they want people to play on their console and their console only. So I think that's what it mainly comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, like I said a long time ago, like Tyler said, they want people to buy their friends. They don't want to give them open access for them to go buy an Xbox One, still be able to play with their friends, and that's just all.
Yeah.
Any more on that, guys?
Nope. Move
Nope.
on.
Rami Tabari asks,
Okay.
what are your thoughts on Destiny 2 and should it have an expansion? I know we have all been playing Destiny 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
go
said,
ahead, Graham.
should it have an expansion? Did they announce there will be no expansion for it? That's it?
I'm sorry. I misread the question. I'm glad you kind of
What are you,
brought that
Canadian?
up. So he said, should it have been an expansion to Destiny 1?
Oh, I no.
Instead of a
I don't
full-fledged
think
I don't
new
think so at all.
full retail title, should it have been an expansion instead?
You guys would
No,
know
I
better
don't think
because you
so at
guys
all
played
so far.
Destiny 1.
Yeah. To me, I was telling Tyler, I said I like this one 200% better than Destiny 1. I found Destiny 1 to be very plastic and bland to me. This one I'm having a great time with. I mean, the lush environments are great. Everything seems a little smoother. I was always like, I've been like, oh, no, I'm not going to play. No, I'm not going to play. And now I'm playing. So that ought to tell you something right there. I think it's more than expansion worthy so far.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know how quickly you can get up to level 20 though. That might be a little bit of a stickler because first day, a couple hours after it comes out, people were already 20. I mean, come on, you could at least make
Yeah.
it take half a week to get there.
But it's not about the level though. It's about
I know,
Grinding,
but still,
power
I mean, it's
level.
just
You
like
have the power
it is.
level.
You get up to 20, that's leveling. Then you have to level your light, or or whatever, and another thing of leveling. It's still leveling. So
right. But the game was always designed though to be more about chasing gear and loot than actual like leveling up. But I see what you're saying. For me, no, I don't think it should have been an expansion to one. They released the first game. They put out 2 DLCs and 2 expansions. It's still a business, I guess, and
Mhm.
and they're out to make a little cash.
Well, and it's been a long enough time that they could warrant a second like
Yeah.
independent release.
Yep. And for me, it gives Bungie a chance to take everything they learned from the first game and make the second one better and kind of get a fresh start.
Yeah. Was it when did
Um,
the last one come out? Was it 2-year span,
it
3-year
was in
span?
think it's 2.
2015 or
2 years.
Yeah.
was it?
Pretty sure it's 2015.
No,
It was the
no, no,
last
no,
year.
no, 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 it was
2014.
14.
2014. Yeah, because it came in the last year of the 360 because it's
Yep.
still on 360, PS3 even, and then it came out on Xbox
Mhm.
One. And
The other reason I don't think it should have been an expansion at all is that this opens it up for new people like Graham to come into
Like
the game,
that's true. That is true.
Yep.
and everybody starts at the same spot.
Yeah.
So, like
Yep.
I enjoyed Destiny 1 actually for what it was. Like it was not
oh
a
yeah,
perfect game,
for sure.
but it was a great shooter in terms of mechanics and all that stuff. And it felt a little thrown together, but I think a lot of that was from blowing up the story a year prior to release and kind of rebuilding the entire thing. But for me, like I didn't want to get back into it after a while because I knew I was so far behind. And I think that this gives everybody a chance to kind of get a fresh start back into it. And the excitement's there. There's more excitement around Destiny now than there has been in a long time. So I think that another retail release is right at this point. Now, if they were doing one like
Mhm.
every year, then different story.
Oh,
Yes.
too much.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit bitter towards Bungie with the Destiny release because I don't know if you guys remember with their marketing. Their marketing was for a 10-year game. That this game we're going to support it for 10 years. Which, I know that kind of means that we'll have Destiny 2, and I'm sure there'll be a Destiny 3 in the next three years. But they kind of have turned around their messaging with Destiny 2. I think it is the gameplay seems same to me, but the exploration is, and without giving away too many spoilers, it's a lot more open world feeling to where
Yes,
it's
very
not
much
just
so.
it's not just teleport to this area and the next mission takes you back to space and then you go to this area or then you fly to this planet. It's a little bit more open world to where you explore the planet that you're on and then you pick up missions here and there and you don't necessarily have to do these side missions. You can continue on with the main story, but there's plenty to do. There's plenty to do on the planets, and I do like the gameplay. I like that you can have more people playing in the room at the same time. I don't really like the multiplayer aspect to where it's only 4 people. I hope they do expand that with new gameplay modes, but so far I'm having a great time. But I really hope that they don't mess up their DLC, their expansion pass, because I don't know if you guys remember too with the last expansion pass, I purchased it thinking that this will cover any expansions that come with the game, but it only covered those first 2 pieces of DLC. It didn't cover the House of Wolves and
Taken King.
Taken King. It didn't cover those at all, so I had to repurchase those in the end. But overall, I like the game. I'm having fun with it.
Nice.
Yeah. Like if I had one complaint it's the the multiplayer, because like first we were playing a game and we were like level 5, 6, and we were facing level 20s and we were getting absolutely annihilated.
Slaughtered.
And then later I was just playing by myself and I tried going multiplayer, and it was the same thing. Like I'm just completely outmatched with everyone. So I think they need, because everybody playing it can't be level 20. There's got to be people lower, kind of in my class. So I think that's something that they got to fix, and I imagine they're going to fix it, because if everyone's having this experience and people are going to be complaining,
it's pretty imbalanced.
Can hear the
Pretty
people. Yeah,
imbalanced.
that's my only issue with
Yeah,
it.
but the second one we won, but there wasn't a bunch of 20s on the other team either.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had 120 on our team.
How quickly
Yeah.
are you getting guys getting into matches? Because it took me a little bit of
Yeah,
time.
it's
when I
It's
some
played.
taken a long time, actually.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another complaint. Fix
Yeah.
those servers.
I
Good game to
actually-
play.
I
at
was
midnight.
playing last night too, and in the second match, it took too long. I just gave up. I'm like, because I was like almost 10 minutes waiting for a match. And then I get into a match, and then it's completely on balance, and I just get annihilated. So it was just a complete turn off. I'd rather play with like in like a fire team where we can do other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just my last thought. My biggest complaint about Destiny 2 so far is all the complaining. The game.
Oh my
this
god.
This is a really ambitious game, and it's been out for a day.
Yeah, well, I'm
There's
just saying
gonna
what
be-
they
No,
want.
no, no,
they
not
need to
you,
fix.
not you guys.
Quit yelling at me,
But, like,
Tyler.
no, just the internet rage
Okay,
that's
yeah, yeah.
already occurring. Like, not you guys. What you guys just said are valid. Like, yeah, multiplayer is a little frustrating because I don't know that they match people up terribly well.
Mhm.
But I'm counting on them to fix that.
Yes.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
they will.
see-
They will.
We're going to see patches in the the first couple weeks here that address a lot of things. And to their credit, like with clans, yeah, we're bummed that clans aren't out yet, but at least they didn't put it out half done.
Yeah.
So I just everybody out there that's freaking out, and if you're gonna have message boards and having a tantrum, like just chill.
Relax.
Yeah, Bungie's usually done the right thing, and I think what we've seen so far has already shown that they've learned a lot from the first time around.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm willing to give them benefit of the doubt here and see what happens. Now if it's the same stuff a month from now, it'll be a different conversation that we're having, I think. But
Yeah.
but for now, I like what I
Everybody's
see
losing their
so
mind
far.
over shaders right now.
Yeah, I like what I see so far from the game, and
Yeah, me too.
there's no reason to focus on one or two things, I guess. But
Mhm.
yeah, I hope they fix multiplayer. The shader thing, sure. And
Are you mad because they have too much content? Is it overwhelming? So much content,
there,
as Bungie said.
That is
No.
a
but there was a
bad
ton,
reason to complain.
but there's a lot compared to the first game. Like the first game, there wasn't, it was kind of straightforward. You did your story missions, you did strikes, and then you can do the raid. And then you run around and like
Mhm.
farm for stuff. And
Mhm.
that's kind of it. So, and there's multiplayer obviously, but this time around there's a lot more to do. There's the the adventure things, which I found to be a lot of fun. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it's like a mini strike, takes about 15 minutes and you're done.
Mhm.
So that stuff's cool,
Mhm.
and I think that's a lot of fun if you don't have an hour to throw into a strike. So I like stuff like that. I think they put a lot of thought into this game, and I have faith that they're going to iron out the little stuff as we go.
Oh yeah.
So
All right.
Oh yeah.
Let's move on to Brian Richland. What are you guys see being the next video game fad? For example, the way motion control was. So, what is the next big gaming fad?
Well, I would say Pirates is a pretty big fad too right now.
It
Yeah.
is. We're getting out of zombies, going into pirates.
we are
Thankfully.
in terms of hardware. I think everybody's going to try to copy Nintendo Switch in some way, and I could see Sony coming out with something.
Like a Vita that's actually going to work and be
Yeah.
like a second.
Hey,
Screen
the
experience, I guess.
Vita was a good home console or
But
video.
no. I mean like portability and like being away from the console and stuff like that.
The way the commercials
but
were.
work together, right? Be like in sync with each other.
So
Like
here's-
it didn't like pull off that feat like everyone thought it was gonna be, because apparently there was like lag between the Vita and like the PS3 or
The
whatever.
Wi-Fi sucks. The connection sucks with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a question.
So I could see them trying to improve on that to compete with the Switch, like Tyler was saying.
Well, do you think the PS5 will have some of those aspects to it?
Like a peripheral for it? Yeah.
Maybe. I think what it comes down to is how expensive would that be? Because the Switch is great and everything, but like you guys had said earlier, it's not as powerful as the PlayStation or the Xbox. So I don't see them doing the exact same formula, but maybe a peripheral add-on to where you can somehow transfer the game. But like Graham, you said, it has to be seamless. Because I remember the commercials for the Vita to where they showed where you were playing MLB The Show, and it was just a simple flick of the thumb to switch over your save and start playing on the go. But it is not like that. It's not that way at all. And there's only a few titles that really took advantage of that. But I mean, it was a great portable console. But like you said, it didn't have all the promises that we saw.
Yeah.
I guess another fad too is VR. I think VR is just starting to take off and it's going to get more and more popular. And like people are talking about like Nintendo are getting patents and trademarks to do a VR thing as well. So I could see VR becoming more of a thing. And we haven't seen anything from the Xbox and VR yet. Like there's a big indication that Oculus is probably going to be their thing, but they haven't announced it. So I could see that still going to gain some more friction and become a bigger thing.
Yeah, I think VR.
The about the next new fad.
Yeah, next new fad. So he gave an example of motion control.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already in the VR deal right now. It's already sprung. It's just flat right now. I honestly, you guys go ahead because I honestly don't know. I mean, they've covered pretty much everything you can cover.
What about augmented reality?
That's what I was about to say. So
sure,
not
why
necessarily
not just stick it in your ear, go straight to your brain. But I don't know what you can do with a video game console at this point. I suppose they could you could put on a suit with all the balls, football or hockey or something like that. That way with the how they did the motion capture. But I don't see I don't see any big things coming, I just don't. So
I guess another thing too, kind of goes hand in hand with VR, is something that so you're not just teleporting, where it's more immersive, like because they have like those like treadmills and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But those things are really expensive, and there's probably issues with it. So they're probably just going to focus on making more immersive because
that's what I was going to get into. Is not necessarily VR, and VR could be a part of it, but more immersive gameplay. And the Kinect tried to do it to where you could do voice commands, and it had some games that were dedicated to tracking parts of your body and things like that. But an experience to where I'm not fully immersed with my body. I still want to use the controller, but once in a while maybe say something, or maybe it does head tracking, or maybe it sees my facial expressions and portrays that in the game. If I'm confused or if I'm angry or upset, whichever it may be, I can use that as a response to characters in the game. So, and then like you said too, we've seen those kind of track pads to where it's like a dome you put on your floor and you can walk inside of it. Things like that. But like you said, very expensive. But we saw that Minecraft, what was that, Microsoft Surface, to where you could interact with the game.
Well, that was augmented reality, right? With,
right. Yeah. So some sort of immersion like that, I could see being as the next fad. But if people still want to sit on the couch and play with a controller, so I don't see how you could get more. Who wants to do that stuff?
Yeah.
All right. Any more thoughts on that?
No, not really.
All right. Dylan Anderson, last question. Dylan Anderson asks, given that we're all big Madden players, along with the other EA games, do you think EA will ever get it together and realize their servers aren't that great? How do we feel about the Madden servers and EA servers in general? We got NHL coming next week too.
But for the amount of we played NHL, and we played NHL a lot, I haven't really ran into a ton of problems with their servers. It is frustrating, but there's other options and stuff like that. And sometimes it's down for server maintenance or to improve it. So like if it was down for like 2 weeks or something like that, that would be pretty catastrophic. So like I haven't played Madden, so I don't know how the server's been. I know Battlefield, there has been issues at times, but they seem to be really well now. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
I have had no problems with the servers playing NHL. I mean, they're going to have their short downtimes. You know, shit happens.
Yeah.
Madden, I haven't had any problems with whatsoever, so I really don't have any complaints.
Yeah, for me, all the Madden games I've played, I've never been dropped from a game. There is the kind of annoying kick delay online, but that's been around for years.
Yeah.
So that's nothing new. I kind of expected that to be a thing, and it's really frustrating, especially when you really need an extra point or a field goal, and it's like a whole new level of difficulty. But other than that, I haven't had an issue with the servers really at all. So I'm not sure what Dylan's getting at.
Yeah. I've had more problems with Xbox lately.
Yes.
Their online
Yes.
service.
Yeah, I agree. I've had it's getting worse and worse, sadly. And I will say I've had even, aside from just Xbox Live going down, the party chat on Xbox Live
Oh, yeah,
has
the
been
headset, yeah.
has been
Yes.
abysmal
Yes.
of late.
Yeah, even connecting, I've noticed that, and partying up with people.
Yep.
Yep.
Takes like 20 seconds.
And if
people
you're
are-
like talking on your headset and you're not using your controller, and if it goes dead, well, then you might as well just give up and go to bed because
Yeah.
trying to get back into that party is just frustrating.
Well, plus, Graham, we were in a party and we were going to play Master Chief Collection, and you got invited to the game, and
Mhm.
that like destroyed party chat.
Yeah.
Just
thought that was just
that
me.
invite. Yeah,
So it's everybody.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
everybody. It's
Yeah.
really
Huh.
weird, and I know they're transitioning towards like Windows 10 more and more, but they need to fix this.
Yeah.
And this is the second time there have been serious party chat issues with this console. When Party Chat on 360, from the moment they rolled it out with that new Xbox experience, was great. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's
If
something
it
they
ain't
need to
broken,
fix.
don't fix it.
They pride themselves on being the superior online service that connects people, and it's hard to connect people if I can't talk to them. So please fix it, Microsoft. But that's
Please.
All right, that's it for questions this week.
all right, so let's wrap up and get out of here. We're about to go
Right.
play Destiny, which I'm excited about.
Destiny. I hear my destiny
So-
calling.
So again, just a reminder, join our Facebook group. Head on over to Facebook and join the Gaming Culture Radio forums. There you can submit questions just like the ones we read just now, and you'll be entered to win our monthly giveaway. You can also head on over to culturegaming.com for all the latest in gaming news for every console and PC. With that, everybody, that's going to do it for episode number 69. We'll be back next week with episode number 70. Until then, everybody, for Mike, Graham, and Eugene, I'm Tyler saying thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, play some great games. We will talk to you next week.
Buy a Switch.
See ya.
Take care,
See ya.
everyone.